I'm is detained! Oh my God! All right, let's get started then. I'm ready. All right, I'll just have this. Oh wait, there's something to pick up right there. No. My character walked away. Okay, I've interviewed every ministry employee in the building. None of them recalled seeing anything unusual the day someone broke into Gareth Greengrass's office and stole the portrait Penelope Foley had been sealed in. You know why? It's because it's Constance Pickering. Or, hold on. Oh my gosh. None of them recalled seeing anything unusual. Either Constance used her pumpkin juice and drugged everyone. She did it! Speaking of, Constance says, what are we going to do? Grim Foley may be the only one who can end the calamity and curb the Unforgivable's power, but he'll never risk cooperating with us while the Unforgivable are holding Penelope hostage. Sometimes I wonder if the Wizards Unite team hears me like every time Constance pops up in dialogue be like, she is so suspicious, and they try to be like, okay, how can we get this crazy girl to stop saying weird theories about our Constance? Okay, Harry says, we'll just have to step up our quest to find Penelope and her abductor. Any moment I'm not spending using the calamity to restore Ron's memories of our 5th year, I'll use to look for clues or leads I may have overlooked. A tracking spell didn't reveal anything useful, but perhaps there's another spell that can shed some light on what happened the day Penelope went missing for the 2nd time. Then Constance just goes, Avada Kedavra to Harry Potter, the chosen one, and then he's dead. No, okay, sorry, I'm being silly. Hermione says, while you two focus on finding Penelope, I'm going to conduct an investigation of my own. I believe there's more we can glean from Garrett's journals. Okay, we'll start with George. I mean, at least he's still alive. All right, Harry says, I was surprised when Fred and George left Hogwarts. Not because it was a shock that they had decided to drop out, but because it took as long as it did. I couldn't help but think that their talents were being wasted at Hogwarts. Ron says, it sure took Mum by surprise, though. I distinctly remember feeling grateful that I wasn't there when she got the news. Poor Mum, she wanted nothing more than for all of us to join the ministry. Instead, she got 2 dropouts and another who gave up an impressive career as an Auror to sell joke products. Harry says, but she came around when she saw how happy and successful you all... Wait a minute, you remember quitting the Auror office to help George with the shop? How? Since when? Ron says, I'm not sure, I just suddenly could. That's not the only memory of my adult life I can remember either. It's as though whatever has a hold on my memories is starting to lose its grip. Uh-oh. Hermione, is that a book on occlumency? Are you training to become an occlumens? This is how Harry Potter talks now. Hermione says, if the leader of the Unforgivable truly is a Legilimens, as I strongly suspect they are given Garrett's observations about them, it's crucial we be able to protect our minds. Harry says, unfortunately, that's one thing I've never been very good at. Oh no, is that foreshadowing? Dun, dun, dun. Hermione says, which is why I'm afraid I have no choice but to obliviate. Girl, Hermione's just obliviating everyone. Obliviate your memories of this discovery. Sorry, Harry, but we can't be too careful. Hermione has obliviated everyone except for Constance Pickering. I want to, point that fact out one more time here. Gareth had a theory that unbeknownst to the rest of the Unforgivable, someone secretly deposed Theus, their pseudomonous leader. Then, in order to not raise suspicion, used Polyjuice Potion to take his place. If that's true, then it's possible a wizard may have been reported deceased or it's Tony. What if it's Tony? Ooh. That's why I went ahead and pulled ministry records of all deaths and disappearances near the date Gareth first noticed the changes in Theus. I won't lie, this is a long shot. There's a lot of paperwork to sort through, and I can't even be certain that Theus is even British. Oh dear. But if there's a chance the real identity of Theus is buried in these files, it'd be a mistake not to pursue it. Constance says, I've tried every tracking spell and revelation charm I could find. None of them unearthed any clues from the day Penelope was taken. Harry says, I haven't had any luck either. Even memory potions didn't dig up anything useful. There are hundreds of witches and wizards in this office. You'd think one of them would have noticed something suspicious, wouldn't you? I wonder how Hermione is faring. She's been rather secretive about this investigation of hers, hasn't she? That's Hermione for you, always throwing herself into her research. You should have seen her during our Hogwarts days. She'd go an entire day without talking to us because she was so absorbed. If Hermione is hesitant to speak about what she's investigating, it's probably because she wants to keep her suspicions to herself until she's sure they have merit. Harry says, remember how terrified we were about OWL exams? Little did we know they'd be one of the least of our worries. I'm sorry, are you telling me that you were terrified of your OWL exams when y'all were just out fighting dark witches and wizards? I guess so. I guess it's true. Hermione says, suffering under Umbridge and surviving a Death Eater ambush really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Speak for yourselves. I'd rather fight 10 Death Eaters at the same time than retake those bloody exams. Ron is sounding more back to normal. Harry says, Ron told me you were up all night reading through mountains of documents and files. You found a lead on the unforgivable, haven't you? Ooh, Hermione, do tell. Possibly. So far, all I have is circumstantial evidence. That's this whole time. All we have is circumstantial evidence, for the rest of time. Everything we have is circumstantial. But I may have an idea on how to prove or disprove my theory. Oh my god, wait, what? That's brilliant, Hermione. Constance and I haven't had much luck tracking Penelope down. Why don't we give you a hand? Thanks for the offer, Harry, but I think it's best that you and Constance stay the course, at least for now. This discovery could have serious, wide-ranging implications. I don't want to point any fingers until I'm absolutely certain my fears are well-founded. Do you think that she's it's Constance? Do you think that she got there? Do you think that she knows? That is what I'm just dying for Hermione to pull, you know how Hermione put the Veritaserum not in Garrett's tea, but in his milk? Forever. I'm waiting for that Hermione to show up with Constance Pickering. Harry Potter says, how goes your investigation, Hermione? Are you ready to share yet? I don't know. Are you ready to share? Probably not. She goes, unfortunately, my theory didn't pan out. I'm afraid we've hit another dead end. Surprise, surprise. Constance says, so what now? The witches and wizards Gareth Greengrass outed as members of the Unforgivable are still in hiding. There's no trace of who abducted Penelope for the second time. And now Hermione is stumped. Oh. Hermione says, I'm going to use the Calamity to reach out to Grim again. He can't stop the Calamity without putting Penelope at risk, but it might be possible to help each other get what we want while staying under the Unforgivable's radar. You could sell joke products to Filch, Hermione. If anyone can convince Grim that working with us is in his and Penelope's best interest, it's you. I don't know. I would like to put that theory that Hermione could sell joke products to Filch and, show me, play out that scene for me, please. And thank you. Harry, have you noticed that Ron is starting to recall more than just his memories of our first 5 years at Hogwarts? See, this part is also stressing me out. So Ron is learning more. It's either they're speeding up the game. I thought we were going through all 7 books, but Ron is remembering a lot more. So I'm wait, something bad is really gonna happen. Unless this is more of leaning towards lethals, but regardless. After returning a crumb foundable last surge, Ron suddenly remembered going to the 2014 Quidditch World Cup. Harry says, funny, I was about to ask you the same question. Returning a foundable of George last wave made Ron remember becoming the co-manager of Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Then today, a Grout foundable prompted Ron to recall introducing Rose to Hugo for the first time. Oh, that's so sweet. All of these memories seem to be tangentially connected to the original memory that spawned the foundable. Watching Victor at both the 1994 and 2014 Quidditch World Cup, Fred and George founding the joke shop, and later bringing Ron on, Hagrid and Rose bonding with their siblings. Up until now, only the shared memories we specifically manipulated the Calamity to steal would be returned to Ron. Could the Calamity's hold on Ron's memories be weakening? Yeah, you know this is gonna be bad news bears for all of y'all in just a second, right? Gareth was the one who originally stole Ron's memories. Wait, are we sure about, did you confirm that in your detective work, or perhaps with him gone, the magic is naturally dissipating? Either way, this is great news. Ron is one step closer to becoming whole again. Or whatever was going into Ron's memory found what it was looking for and pulled it out. I don't know. Either way, it's not good. Constance says, Harry's decided to issue rewards for information on the whereabouts of the witches and wizards Gareth identified as members of the Unforgivable. Oh my gosh. Are you giving gold? What are you giving out for rewards? Oh, here she goes. It's a good idea, but even if we do get these dark witches and wizards off the streets, it's not like they'd be able to tell us anything about the Unforgivable without breaking their unbreakable vows. Oh my gosh, she says with an evil smirk. I'm trying to stay positive that we'll manage to stop the Calamity and the Unforgivable in the end, but it's hard not to feel discouraged after so many setbacks and dead ends, isn't it? Don't worry, Constance. The Unforgivable are clever, but they're not infallible. They will make a mistake eventually. Our job will be to keep diligent and be ready to capitalize on it when that time comes. Hermione, one of our volunteers, recovered a piece of parchment. Yes, we know. This must be the response from Grim we've been expecting. Is it Hermione? Constance, tell the SOS task force to be on high alert for additional pieces. It's imperative we learn the contents of this note. Hermione, are you absolutely certain that you've actually been talking to Grim? She says with a little curl of her lip on the side. I'm worried this could be one of the Unforgivable's traps. I'd be fooling myself if I said that wasn't a possibility. The author's handwriting, mannerisms, and delivery do match what we've come to expect from Grim, but that could theoretically be faked. Still, I've decided to go along with it. We may never end the Calamity if we don't earn Grim's trust and cooperation. For that, I'm willing to take the risk. Constance, look at this. Grim's agreed to meet with us. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Constance says he wants you to come alone. Isn't that a bit suspicious? Here we go again. Grim is essentially a wanted criminal on the run from both the Ministry and the Unforgivable. It's no surprise he's cautious. I know I should be excited at the prospect of meeting Grim. After all, I have hundreds of questions I'd like to ask him, but I can't help but be concerned that you're walking into a trap. This is Harry Potter all over again. Remember when Harry went off by himself and he was just like, oh, I got this, guys. I'm the chosen one. I will meet with them by myself. I appreciate your concern, Constance, but I can hold my own. I'd rather you focus your energy on finding the remaining pieces of the note. We need to know when and where Grim wants to meet. Ron says, I remember the day we were both appointed Gryffindor prefects. You made sense. You were always a perfectionist. But if I'm being honest, my badge probably should have gone to Harry. According to Harry, Dumbledore thought he already had enough on his plate. But I like to believe that Dumbledore wanted to teach you a little responsibility too. Not sure how well that lesson took. Remember when I spent a week's pay trying to complete my chocolate frog card collection? All right, speaking of not saving, we have Ron Weasley over here. Ron, I'm not sure whether to be upset that you wasted all that money or happy that another memory's returned. Now I remember why I never planned to tell you that too. Hermione says, I've managed to get in touch with Grim again via the Calamity. It took quite a lot of back and forth, but he's willing to consider cooperating with us. Really? But Grim just told us last Surge that the Unforgivable are holding Penelope hostage and that he won't risk doing anything that will put her in danger. Uh-oh. Which is why he hasn't agreed to anything yet. So far, Grim's only considering the idea of meeting to discuss how we can help each other. You might meet Grim in person? When? Where? So she can Avada him? I'm expecting a follow-up message from him any time now. If he agrees to meet, he said he'll include a time and location. If he turns us down, well, we'll have to go back to the drawing board, won't we? Here we go. Here's the resolve. Constance says, I have good news and bad news, Hermione. The good news is we found the last piece of Grim's note. The bad news is it appears to be written in code. Give me the code. I promise Constance will all crack it right now. It looks like the same code Grim and Penelope used in their secret letters to each other. If that's true, I should be able to use the ones we have in our evidence cabinet to decrypt the meetup location. Hermione, please share. Don't be selfish and just take the coded message, the coded messages and decode them. Share with the class so we can work on it together. I had my doubts, but this does seem to support your belief that you've been communicating with the real Grim, doesn't it? Unless you have not been communicating with Grim the entire time. That's the only thing. Though that doesn't mean you should let your guard down. Grim's already proven that he's willing to do just about anything to get Penelope back. There's no telling what his intentions may be. I suppose we'll know the truth about that and much more, I suspect, soon enough, won't we? Was that threatening or? I've been thinking, what if no one noticed anything unusual the day Penelope's portrait went missing because nothing unusual happened? As in, you don't think her portrait was really stolen? No, I believe the person responsible was either a member of our team assigned to investigate Garrett's office or someone assuming the appearance of one. Oh, so it's possible that Connie was polyjuiced? See, it could be Lucas. That's certainly a possibility, isn't it? Particularly given the Unforgivable's history of using Polyjuice Potion. I'm going to go over my notes from my earlier interviews and compose a list of everyone who was seen entering Garrett's office around that time. I have a good feeling that will lead us to our own culprit. Okay, we know for a fact Constance was there. We know for a fact. The question is, do they know for a fact that Constance was there? Oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Am I right? Am I wrong? Wait. I'm not sure why you asked me to go and you said to the meeting with Grim, but it was good you did. It was an ambush. I managed to fend the attackers off, but only because I was on high alert. Grim must have set this up. It's not Hermione. Is it Hermione? Oh my God, who is this? He couldn't have, because Grim didn't write that letter. He never agreed to meet either. In fact, I was never in touch with him at all. I fabricated those letters in the meeting to expose Constance! I was right! I told y'all! I am an evil dark witch! I'm sorry about lying about my investigation, but with your frankly lackluster occlumency skills, it's Constance! Constance Pickering! Let me push this back. It's Constance Pickering! Hold on a moment! You think Constance is involved with the unforgivable? But that's not possible. Harry Potter, have you been paying attention this entire time? She wouldn't. Where is this coming from? Harry Potter does not subscribe to WizardPhD, obviously. My suspicions started in earnest when I discovered that Constance's grandfather, Matthias Pickering, went missing around the time... Wait, we know Constance's dad's name! Went missing around the time the Unforgivables leaders was secretly replaced. But it wasn't until Constance changed the location of the meeting place in my letter that I was certain. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. Wait a second. We don't know anything about her dad. She's only talked about her mom. I knew the Unforgivable wouldn't miss an opportunity to get their hands on Grimm. So I went to the real meeting place. Disguised as him. Sure enough, Constance, using Polyjuice to assume my appearance, showed up to capture me. Constance is detained! Oh my God! I managed to detain her, but there's no telling what she's capable of. I told y'all! A friendly, helpful witch, she's not! She's not! Okay. I don't know if this is over. I almost ended that Bellatrix video with like a little spring. Like I almost made Constance at the end more evil than it turned out in the editing. But I am so happy that all of my sus theories about Constance, every single bad thing I've said about her is fine because, oh my God! Constance! I'm the evil, friendly, helpful witch. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Thank you for the clip. Oh my God, I need to edit this video right now. Oh my God, you did it, Hermione! You did it! First Gareth Greengrass. Yes, that was like my first like pure moment of joy. Well, also screaming. Not the first screaming, but like the satisfaction that Gareth, yes, was a member of the Unforgivable. 2, Constance Pickering? Are you kidding me? Ah! Oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm like, who's gonna go to bed in this house now? Like, Winston's on edge. Jeff is like, what's going on? I'm like shaking. I don't know. Constance is probably gonna escape. I don't know now what. Oh my God. I don't know. Well, that was worth it. That was like, on a scale of 1 to 5 Connie T's, that was like 1,000. So